Hi students, today I'm going to talk about engineering and sea level rise, and the center of the universe for engineering and sea level rise is Holland or the Netherlands. And this map here shows the area in Holland that is actually below sea level. So it's a huge area compared to the area that is above sea level. So the Dutch have had to deal with sea level, encroaching sea level for centuries, and they have been ingenious about this, and they are leaders in engineering for the rest of the world. So these Google Earth maps here show the projected area in 1300 of Holland. And you can see the outline of the country here. And this area shows the area of the country today. This map shows the area of the country today. And you can see how much has been filled in as a result of modifications, engineering, soft structures that have been placed along the coastline. So the Dutch have been tremendously successful at reclaiming land from the oceans, and this is basically part of their livelihood. This is why they've been one of the reasons why they've been so successful. And what they've done is, in terms of engineering, is to lead the way in terms of floodgates. And this here shows floodgates in Rotterdam. This was a leading structure that was built, I think it was about 15, 20 years ago. And they can open and shut when tides rise or when storms encroach on the land. And so you can see how these gates would protect the harbor from sea level, rising sea level, or periodic events. This here shows a elevated road structure that was built along the coast in Holland, and you can see the area behind it is protected. This is the North Sea out here, and you can see how this elevated structure has protected the area behind it. And these here are gigantic flood control gates that are placed along the coastline with massive turbines that open and shut when required to protect the coastline from storms and high tides. The other country that has been relatively successful, not nearly as successful as Holland, is Italy. And many of you probably read about Venice, where they've built a large structure called the Mosa Project. And this is along the coastline near Venice. And Venice is a city where subsidence is very rapid and sea level is encroaching, and the city regularly floods at high tides. And there are classic photographs of the beautiful Piazza San Marco underwater. And the Venetians have had to deal with this for decades now. And they devised this Mosa Project, which are these inflatable floodgates. And you can see a picture of the floodgate here. And this is what the floodgates basically look like. The project has basically just been completed and is just being deployed now, and it's been very controversial, but so far it looks very successful. And there are these inflatable gates that lie on the bottom of the ocean, and when triggered, air pumps into them and they rise up, and that's how they are deployed. And then they can be deflated and pumped down to the bottom of the ocean when the threat is over. There are 3 such barriers here, and here, and you can see how this could potentially protect the ancient city of Venice from sea level rise in the future and flooding, tidal events, and storms today. And that's it.